Entering June, there are not many new smartphones that have launched. But if you want a new device, then you can choose a series of smartphone choices that you can buy in June. So here are cell phone recommendations that you can choose. Depending on specifications and budget, please choose according to what you need. The Motorola Edge 60 Fusion features a 6.67-inch POLED display with a resolution of 1220 by 2712 pixels, with a refresh rate of 120 Hz, 1 billion colors, HDR10+, and a peak brightness of 4500 nit, protected by Gorilla Glass 7i in a body as thin as 8 mm and weighing about 178 grams. The kitchen uses MediaTek Dimensity 7300 Global version or Dimensity 7400 Indian edition, paired with Mali G615 MC2 GPU, 8 and/or 12 GB of RAM, and up to 512 GB of UFS 2.2 storage, running Android 15 with the promise of 3 major upgrades. The camera sector carries a 50-megapixel dual setup with OIS, as well as a 13-megapixel ultra-wide, capable of recording 4K video at 30 frames per second. In front there is a 32-megapixel selfie camera with 4K recording. Power is supplied by a 5200 mAh battery with 68-watt wired fast charging. The Edge 60 Fusion comes in 4 Pantone-certified colors such as Slipstream, Amazonite, Zephyr, and Mykonos Blue. Motorola Edge 60 Fusion price starts at $521. The Motorola Razer 60 Ultra sports a 7-inch LTPO AMOLED folding panel with a resolution of 1224 by 2912 pixels, with a refresh rate of 160 Hz, Dolby Vision, and HDR10+. On the outside, there is a 4-inch LTPO AMOLED secondary display, resolution 1272 by 1080 pixels, refresh rate 165 Hz, protected by Gorilla Glass ceramic. Powered by a Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset, 3nm fabrication, with 16 GB of RAM and up to 1 TB of UFS 4.0 storage, the 199-gram foldable phone runs Android 15. The dual rear camera system combines a 50-megapixel main sensor with OIS and a 50-megapixel ultra-wide, capable of recording video up to 8K 30 FPS, while the 50-megapixel front camera also supports 4K 60 FPS video. Power is supplied by a 4700 mAh battery with 68-watt wired charging, 30-watt wireless, and 5-watt reverse wired. The Razer 60 Ultra comes in 4 colors, namely Rio Red, Scarab, Mountain Trail, and Cabaret. The price of the Motorola Razer 60 Ultra starts at $1,596. The Infinix Note 50 Pro Plus carries a 6.78-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED display, 1080 by 2436 pixels resolution, with 144 Hz refresh rate, 1 billion colors, and 1300 nit peak brightness. The kitchen is powered by a 4nm MediaTek Dimensity 8350 chipset, 12 GB of RAM, and 256 GB of UFS 4.0 storage, running Android 15 with XOS 15 interface. 2 version updates are promised. The rear camera system combines a 50-megapixel main sensor with OIS, a 50-megapixel 3x OIS telephoto periscope, and an 8-megapixel ultra-wide. The 32-megapixel front camera is also capable of recording 4K 30 frames per second video. The phone is supported by a 5,200 mAh battery with 100-watt wired charging, full plus or minus 32 minutes, 50-watt MagCharge wireless, and reverse charging. The color options offered are titanium gray, enchanted purple, and racing edition. The price of the Infinix Note 50 Pro Plus starts at $368. The iPhone 16e comes with a 6.1-inch Super Retina XDR OLED display with a resolution of 1170 by 2532 pixels, supports HDR10, and is protected by ceramic shield glass for better durability. Powered by the Apple A18 chipset, 3nm fabrication, with a hexa-core CPU, the phone offers high performance, combined with 8 GB of RAM and up to 512 GB of NVMe storage options. The 48-megapixel rear camera with OIS and PDAF, capable of 4K at 60 FPS video recording, while the 12-megapixel front camera features a 3DSL sensor for Face ID and 4K recording. The iPhone 16e battery supports 50% fast charging in 30 minutes and 7.5-watt wireless charging. The design is premium, with a front-back glass body, aluminum frame, and IP68 certification that is waterproof up to 6 meters. Available in black and white color options, the device retains Apple's signature minimalist aesthetic. The Apple iPhone 16e price starts at $577. The Samsung Galaxy A56 comes with a 6.7-inch Super AMOLED display that supports 120Hz refresh rate and HDR10+, with a resolution of 1080 by 2340 pixels and protected with Corning Gorilla Glass Victus Plus. For photography, the Galaxy A56 is equipped with a triple-lens rear camera, a 50-megapixel main camera with PDAF and OIS support, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera with a 123-degree viewing angle, and a 5-megapixel macro camera. The front camera has a 12-megapixel lens with 4K video capabilities for crisp and clear selfies. The Exynos 1580 chipset, 4nm fabrication, paired with various RAM options of 6 GB, 8 GB, and 12 GB, and internal storage ranging from 128 GB to 256 GB. Battery life on the Galaxy A56 is powered by a 5,000 mAh battery that supports 45-watt fast charging. Samsung Galaxy A56 price starts from $405.